And we're live on a Sunday, fun day for a third helping. Today's church day is presented by the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, guru, and yogi, and messenger of God on a Sunday fun day. We made it to the altar. Hey, we're the monkeys. What's up, everyone? In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch my other two videos and what I posted in my community page, because we're going to keep it moving and grooving. Keep it moving and grooving. We got a whole freaking stack of shit, and everything else I've done posted is going to come into that shit. So let's get to the shit. This is really funny. I'm going to go to this card immediately because I saw it on top. And right before I came out, like I always do, I was having a cigarette. And I was staring up at the sky like I always do. And the clouds there's a few clouds over Denver. And they're completely still. They're not moving. Because usually that's how I can tell. You know, I watch the flow of everything. But especially the weather. And these clouds are just sitting still. And I remembered seeing this. And of course, anyways, next one. And, you know, as I stared at the clouds, and I was like, we're going to read this card first, period. Now, it also is showing, you know, the waters within. We talked about what they described as the squid, which was the kraken, releasing the kraken. What's interesting about this is, I thought we were going to do the initiation by air, but we're going in through fire. But in the sense of, why isn't it moving? There's no flow. Everything is still, right? Create stillness. And it's funny because I came back from doing all my stuff. I had something to eat, and all I wanted to do was lay down. And I was like, oh man, this is not the time for that. There's much to be done. So I kind of worked through it, and I was like, well, I'll do this part. At least if I do this part, it can usually give me inspiration and energy to do the next part, or at least calm me for whatever the next part may be. If I am just going to go into a slumber and still have to wake up with all of this on top of me. What's on top of me? My earlier video, I told you that I got thrown off with my car, and I was forced to face a reality that wasn't real. It was just a perception. What would you do if we took the car away? Is it a problem if we take the car away? Is that what happened? No, it didn't. It was a perception of what could be. Meaning they didn't have the parts for my car, and if they couldn't fix the car, I couldn't do the 20 rides, and I'd have to give up the car. So I was faced with this moment of truth and justice. What happens if you have to give up this car? Oh, fine. I'll give up the car. It's actually kind of a burden for me. I'm just using it as a car. It'll force me to my other car, and I'll get that car fixed because God has given me a way to fix this car. Right? Was where I was at earlier. And then I came home and I'm all tired. And I'm like, oh, are you giving up on the car? No, but at the same time, it's like I have peace if that's what the final outcome is. Because I was already, presented with this. Are you ready to give up the car? And it's funny because every week I'm fighting not to lose my car. If you listen to my stories, every week I'm fighting not to lose the car, to where now I'm like, I'm ready to give up the car. Am I going to give up the car? I don't know. Because they prepare you for it, and that's what I said, is they prepare you for it, but when are you going to walk in that preparation? At some point, I'm going to give up the car. I don't, and what do I need the car for if my car is fixed? I'm using that car because my car isn't fixed. I had no way to fix my car, but now I have a way to fix this car. And so all of that happened. But on the other end, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and I could easily do the amount of rides and make the money to pay off the car for this week. But what about next week? Am I going to do 20 rides next week with everything that's going on next week? And that's where it is it's like I'm using it for, my own purposes, but is it purposeful for me to keep using it? And I faced that earlier, and then when I came back with no energy or ambition to drive, I was like, we might be going in. Now, is this a problem? No, because the lady at the front desk, her husband owns a freaking mechanic shop, and I known this, the one that I sat down and she wanted me to put my kids into school, and she wanted to help me in all kinds of ways, has offered to help me in this way as well. But at that time, I didn't give her, I didn't speak with her. There's other people that want to help me, but I haven't allowed them to help me. So in essence, it's like, well, You know what I mean? I could go down and finalize this and just let it go and, you know, watch the I don't care to watch the Super Bowl at all. I could just go to sleep and, you know, tomorrow's another day. Or I can, you know, make a miracle out of today, make a field goal, and everybody, you know, life goes on and we have to face this same fucking lesson next week. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, in the essence of, we just sit in this stillness and we wait to know what to move on. Interesting, right? I'm not making a career out of Lyft. I'm using it for the car. And at the last day of every day for the last 3 weeks, I go out and do the minimum, and then I pay off what I don't owe for the car. They've made more money off of me than I've made off of them. I swear to God. The first week it was $95. The second week it was $157. Last week it was $128. Whatever I don't complete this week, I'll have to pay off again tomorrow and still do it again this coming week. You're like, why don't you drive? You, as my viewers, watch me every day and you know why I'm not driving. Because I'm called to do other things with my life. Is God still providing for me as Lyft is not? Yes. Was Lyft meant to provide for me or just to provide one thing for me that I needed, which was a car? Okay, then. This goes back to these really difficult levels of acceptance, of letting go and having faith and understanding it's time to fucking move on. I've already given them how much fucking money and how much time and energy. And that was it too. It's like, oh, you can't fix this car? I can't drive the car not fixed. They're supposed to take care of all this shit and this and this and this, and it's not working out how I saw it. And perhaps we need to stop working with this and start fresh. I'm just saying. So now I know, and that's that inner knowing. You're like, oh, do you walk in the knowing, or are you gonna, you know, you're gonna hold on to this tower a little longer? The shit is falling apart, and it's a burden to you. Are you gonna hold on to it longer? I don't know. Again, I might wake up on some, you know, some whole powerful fucking Mars shit and just seize the day, and then we use the car for some other shit. I'm not sure, but we know what we're supposed to do next. We know the reality that's being presented in front of us, or I do. How about you? How are you doing? Anyways, you can only find those things when you're sitting still, bro. When you're trying to control everything and move everything, and that's what I said. I just sat still when they told me. I'm like, oh, I looked him dead in his face, and that's when he got up and did something. I was like, maybe God just wants me to give up the car. You know, it is costing me a lot, and you know what I mean? If I don't have this car, I can focus on my own. And he said, what's wrong with your car? The same thing everybody asked me. And most everyone that has a car and has had to fix their car, that's got their hands dirty, can do exactly what I need done. They say the same thing to me every time. Get the parts and we'll do it for you for free. And the parts together were, I think, like $250 or some shit, which is probably, you know what I mean, what? I've already given a deposit to Lyft, so they can take out whatever leftovers out of the deposit and shit, and I can move on with my life. And that goes back to it. Was I going to go back to being a full-time Lyft driver and everything? You see it how you want to see it, but then you have to open your eyes and realize this was just a time and a season in your life. For me, it's a job, but it's other things too. Because what happens if I fix my car? Do we have to stay here in Colorado anymore? What did I say? I found out that I could put a hook on my car and I could fucking pull a fucking trailer. And they gave me money for a fucking trailer. Do you know what I mean? What's holding me back? My comfortabilities, my unwillingness to see the bigger picture, that there's a time to let things go and we're moving. Things are moving very fast right now. And that goes back to my first video. Roll them out. All right, let's create this stillness for a minute. Isn't that a beautiful card? There's a lot of waters going on in there. And that goes back to the waters around the world, you know. This full moon, holy hell. As if the fucking world isn't, you know, they're trying to fill the world with some love during this full moon, but we're also building up to some full-ass shit. All right, number 30. I want to establish sanctuary. It's such a beautiful card, just the color of it. Do you feel it? I feel it. 66, vibration of love. Oh, shit, I got to teach you that. There's new people. The water of consciousness are an ever-changing tide. Your quest right now is to soothe that churning sea and calm the waves of thought and concern. Russ to Bust is coming in a lot. Russ, I love you. Are you going through a lot? I feel you coming in a lot. I hope you're all right, buddy. It's just waves, remember? Create an intentional solitude and let the stillness at your core rise. As soon as I said that, he's going to be posting, I'm at a Super Bowl party with Kid Supa or some shit. Party on, Bill. Party on, Ted. Anyways, you got to check on him. Are you all right over there? Hey, how you riding those waves? Did I teach you well? Create an intentional solitude and let the stillness at your core rise to meet the shifting tides of mind. That's it. Your mind's telling you no, but your body. Everybody else is telling you no, too. Don't do that. What are you talking about? What are you going to do after you lose your car? What did I tell you? I'm going on an adventure. Dora. Hey, in essence, dude, if I did this right, I could even get us passports, and we could go even further with this shit. Realistically, the sky is the limit. Thanks, Biggie Smalls. He doesn't come in that often. I don't really mess with. I just fuck with Chill. I know the other guy too. Just messing around. Yeah. Court the stillness so that in your clarity, the next steps on your path, the answer, the solution can reveal itself. And that's it. Is somebody going to come collect the car? No, they're going to tell me to turn in the car. You know what I mean? Or maybe they won't. Maybe I can get away with, the fucking brakes didn't work, so I couldn't drive no fucking body. And it took them, all this time to figure. I don't know. Who knows? That's just like worst case scenario. Like, let's just accept the worst case scenario and work with that. Can you work with that? Like, what if I don't do these 20 rides? My biggest fear is they're going to take the car. What if I just face the fear? And I did a post just now. I shared Eminem's Not Afraid. Bro, we are fearful. That is a real ass feeling in every hero and brave person. We have to fight it to be what you call is brave. We have to be brave before we even are brave. We have to be brave in this fucking feeling. Like, okay, I can do it. You can do it. I'm seeing DMX. I love you. He's all, some scary shit. Do it before I lose my shit. Do it. Okay, we did it. We did that shit. Look hard, bro. We did that shit. I love you. I fucking love you. And that's it. It's a fucking roller coaster, bro. We're going to do this shit, bro. We're going to do this shit. I don't know. God's got us, bro. We're going to do That's got to be that's that winning mentality. In the sense of, it's not like you're not fucking terrified, bro. Those are words, bro. You are scared for your life and everything. You think it's the end of your life all the time when you're facing those fears. Jumping out of a plane or fucking, you know what I mean? Riding a fucking, a motorcycle or anything. Dude, I put my son, your first time doing anything, you're scared for your life. I have not rode one of these little fucking lift scooters or the Limes or anything. Dude, these kids ride them around the parking lot at fucking 40 miles an hour. And I'm like, I've seen so many people crash on them in the middle of the night in front of me. It's hilarious. So that's why I'm like, oh, I don't want to be that person. But in the essence, is like, I could get 3 feet if I had a good, a good reach. Or I might fall really hard and hurt my 42-year-old hips. That's why I don't get on fucking roller skates no more either. In the sense of, I don't want a hip replacement. No, I'm just saying it's it's going to come to you, but you have to walk in it. And it's going to call for all sorts of, you know what I mean, spark and fire that you're going to have to burn through all of these fears inside of you. You're going to have to feel everything that anybody ever told you, plus your own fear. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to be putting down, it's their fears is actually, you would call it hate or pessimism or disbelief, but it's just fear. They fear for you to, I'm seeing that movie. What is it? So I bought a zoo with we bought a zoo. I don't know. It's a movie and he has a midlife crisis and his wife dies and He takes the inheritance or something and he buys a zoo. What the fuck are you doing with your life right now? This is very dangerous. You don't know how to take care of animals. I feel it, bro. I think this is going to be good for my family. I'm with you. How can I help? How can I be of service? I want to live through this, but yes. In the sense of everybody outside is fearful of you taking those big, drastic moves of, authenticity and into the unknown and doing something that they've never seen before. And they're casting them upon you. And then your own brain is like, don't do this. Are you fucking crazy? Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. And it's telling you don't do it. And your heart's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And you're right in the middle of it. Watching, like, literally in the storm of this, like, hey, there's a lot going on in here. It's not like you're not going to do it. You just got to get ready. And that's like jumping off of, I can't stand that feeling, to be honest. But like the high dive, I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. It doesn't look that high. But once you get up there, that fucking feeling is terrible. Now you're up there. You can't be a bitch. You're like up there. This is your moment to shine. And you just hope you make it out alive. It looks like you're going to die. And there might be sharks and forgot how to swim. You're like, fuck. Fuck, I hope my bathing suit doesn't fall off. Like, it's so not real what you're thinking right now, because there was a 4-year-old that's trying to get behind you and push you out of the way so they can do a swan dive. And you're just sitting there like, oh God, I'm so scared. I've never done this before. And the kid's like, get out of my way. You're holding up the line. Meaning whatever you're about to do has probably been done many times before you. It's just this is your time to go through that, that scary feeling of, I'm gonna fall. So I just want to, encourage you to understand that the feeling is real, and that's the fight, is through the feeling. And it's just a creation of your mind. If your mind wasn't telling you it was scary, you wouldn't feel so scared about the shit. But your mind's like, oh, no, 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 no. And the world's like, no, no, no. And then you're like, really? Is it a no? Maybe it's a no. I don't know. What do you think? No? Yeah? I guess. Maybe. I'm going to try it. All right. And that's every, youthful child's like, you're telling your kid, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. And they're like looking at you like, I'm going to try that and see what that feels. I'm going to touch it. Why don't you want me to touch it? I'm going to try this. You touch it. I'm going to touch it. You can do it. All right. As Lao Tzu once said, do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? The master doesn't seek fulfillment. Not seeking, not expecting. She is present and can welcome all things. And that's it too. I said that in the post. It's like, see yourself like God sees you, right? He knows you're capable of all great things. He put it all inside of you. He's just waiting for you to catch on to it, right? So he sees you as children. As a baby, from the moment you're born, you have the capability of everything you're supposed to do when you come into this life. It's all inside of you, just waiting to be nurtured and awoken, right? So simplistically, and it's kind of creepy, is like babies at first can't hold their head up. But now some of them are literally, as soon as they're born, can hold their head up, right? That was a thing that babies couldn't do, but now these new babies can. You know what I mean? They couldn't, there was... like crawling took a certain amount of time. They have to like learn to push themselves up and stuff. They learn it by themselves. They don't, truthfully, I don't see a lot of parents, imitating the crawling for them. They get down with them and encourage them, but eventually their body tells them what to do. And that's just like a bird. They see them flying. They know they can do it. This is what we do. At some point, this bird is going to be, if this bird doesn't try to take that leap off there and know that its wings will work, the parent's going to push it out there so that it can see that the wings work. It's got to trust its own wings if it doesn't trust them by just seeing them. So going back to it, like when I saw this whole thing, when I posted it, I saw a 2-year-old, they used to be 2. These motherfuckers are walking at 6 months now. It's creepy as fuck. These little bastards, so creepy. There was a little girl at the dentist that was full on talking, and then she was in the bed next to mine. He said she was 1.5 years. She said, I want to go outside. She was like full conversations in the lobby, bro. Full conversations, a year and a half. I was like, holy shit, I could sit down and have a lunch with you. This is great. You are so advanced. But in the essence, like at some point, the babies are holding on to stuff. They've learned to pick themselves up on, and they're walking along the edges of shit. And you're waiting for them to take that step. They're already stepping, but they have to wait until they're ready to walk out into the open. And then once they do it, they start doing it more and more, and then they never fucking stop, and they're running around like fucking bastards, right? Okay, it's in you. It's always been in you. Only when it's still, and that's usually when it happens. Everything's still in the room. They catch these videos. Nobody's looking. All right. I think I can do it. I'm going to do it. Nobody's looking. I'm going to do it. And they do it. It's usually in that stillness, and that goes back to God and the spirits. When nobody's looking, that's when they can come and talk to you. When you're not looking for shit. When you're not, you know what I mean, too busy. When you're not too busy for the spirit, you know what I mean, you let the spirit in. It's always there, but you're just too busy. Busy, busy, busy. Yes? Yes. So, the master doesn't seek fulfillment. Meaning, what are we trying to obtain? The world and everything we're here to experience. Where we're going doesn't have a destination. I can't tell you where we're going. Because there's no place where it will stop. Why? Because the world is, the sky is the limit. Here he comes again. Meaning, once we've conquered one thing, why stop there? We live to fight another day, to conquer another mountain. Ain't no mountain. Okay. Whoosh. Hold on now. In the sense of, you know, the master, we're not seeking, we're not expecting, meaning I don't expect that I'm going to get somewhere and there's something there other than surprises and wonders, and I don't know why I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm just present in what's happening right now. And that welcomes all things. And that's what I said. We're going to do this and see what comes out of this. And we go from there. And that's just it. It's like you're not trying to create. You're just part of the creation unfolding, the becoming. You're becoming one with the becoming of things. Is what I've been kind of speaking on. Good shit, right? These are great ones. They're called the divine nature. Again, I'm more attracted to the art and the poetry of it, but I can make a whole, obviously, a whole teaching out of it. One of the first ones that we only went through probably once. Again, I have many, as I pulled out all my stuff yesterday, there's so much that we haven't even touched, but so much that we can learn again, revisiting it. For example, these cards. I was really excited about these cards. They're very teeny weeny, but they're stages. Again, stages. And we went through all the stages, and I want to show you some of the stages. So they're like, these aren't the portals. I have portals, oracles of the portals. But these are, you know, levels to the shit. So I haven't pulled these in a long time. And that's it, too. It's like none of it's finished. It's just, you know what I mean, when the time is right. White light. Well, I just got really quiet on the bottom is the Lovers cards. Beautiful. Under the full moon. Hey, are we howling under the full moon there, my friends? When the moon... Okay. It's the sky like a big pizza pie. That's amore. That means love, for those that don't know. White light. Well, on Sundays, we do light codes. We are in the light. I, myself, am the goddess of darkness. I am the dark creation of God. One of many. Anyways, but on Sunday, we are in the light by the definition of it. So, how does that work? We were all created of the light. But in our creations, we become more than what we were created. We put on forms that, you know what I mean? That we ultimately, and that's what I'm doing here, is we take off. But ultimately, we were nothing more than the light before. Was I the light? No, I was the dark. And then he made me light. Okay, sure. But what is your true form? And that's what it is. It's like, what is your true form? And that's what I tell everyone. You can see in my videos, I tell you, I'm just a white light inside. We're just a light. What is that? Like the stars, the planets, everything. It's just light. God is just light. I want you 27. The Phoenix. We're supposed to be on 36. Thank you very much. I went to the third eye, spirit guides. Why can't I get to the card I need? 83 is time. It's the last card, 82. The universe surrounds you with light and protection. You have received this card as the universe wants you to know that you are protected and loved from above. White light is a universal energy that is available for your protection at will. The angels of the universe reside in this spiritual level. You have the ability to call them in when you need them. That's funny because I didn't bring the archangels, but I'm here now so I can do it. I was like, we always call on the angels. Well, they want to call on them. White reading card is a gentle reminder that whenever you are worried, you feel unsafe, or are in need of heavenly protection, you can simply call upon the universe to surround you with warm, protective, radiant light. A lot of people call in, they call Jesus, which is, he's the light. You can call in, you know what I mean? But those of us that understand the true elements, the elementals of every being, go directly to the source of light. Back to the light. In the sense of, yes, the angels of the light. There's many beings of the light. You know what I mean? So you can call them by name, or you can just call upon the light. Okay? White light is a protective bubble that keeps you safe from any negative thoughts, feelings, energies, or entities. Explain myself. I am a light inside of here, and it protects me from my own negative thoughts, feelings, energies that come over me, or entities that, you know what I mean, are sent to me. The light is accessible outside of you, but you must understand that you are the light once we can activate it. Right now, you're walking in darkness. These energies can be a living person on the earthly realm or a deceased being in the spirit realm. That's it too. Light workers. Going back to it. Let me say it all over again. White light is a protective bubble that keeps you safe from negative thoughts, feelings, energies, or entities you may feel you have around you. These energies can be a living person on the earthly realm or deceased beings in the spirit realm. Meaning people never leave you, dude. They are fighting for you. Like they use the word as ancestors, but it's so many people. How many people have you lost along the way? They still stand beside you. And you know it when they come to you in their thoughts, in your thoughts and memories of them, when they have a giggle with them, when you remember their smile, or when you guys went to that one place that one time. You really don't understand what's going on in your mind. Okay, what goes on in the subconscious? When my mind turned off, I could see everything that was going past the subconscious. Now, I need the outside world to bring up whatever's hidden in the mind. But my mind is not in the way of what's hidden behind this, you know what I mean, the mind. So, in essence, I can see the unseen only because I don't see my thoughts. And I tell you, all you see is your thoughts. Equally blessed, equally cursed. Many people are like, I wish I could just turn my thoughts off. That's what you guys think. Until you can't force the thought, till there's somebody inside of you and you no longer have memories or understandings. It's Jason Bourne. All the time. Who am I? How did I get here? What is going on? Who was I? What? I have all these I have all these papers that say who I was, but I don't know who I am. I have all this money and I have all this and I don't know what I'm doing here. In the essence, I'm saying, you guys think it's great, but at the same time, you would say your knowing is your power. I'm powerless to the unknowing, as you are powerless to the unknowing. Very different knowings. I'm powerless to the knowing of this world, and you're powerless to the unknowing of the other worlds. But together, we bring both powers. We bring mighty powers to each other. White light can be called on since the dawn of time to protect any human from who feels that they are in need of assistance from above. As your guardian angels and your loved ones are in spirit, reside in the realm, and vibrate at this frequency, it is important to remember to call on them when needed. You may sometimes feel so stressed and disconnected from the universe that you forget there is also help at hand from the universe and the spiritual realms above. There's many times of that. I felt a little bit of it come over me the other morning. It comes with it. I got to be honest. I don't tread lightly on saying this, but a lot of the awakenings will come with suicidal thoughts, where you just want to give up. You've had enough. And you can, if you listen to my video last night, I've been telling him I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. Meaning your light is running out and you've had enough and you just want to be put to sleep. I've had enough of this life. I don't want to face another day. I'm having enough. There's those days that come. It's darkest before the brightest, you know what I mean? I'm hearing Pac, whatever you say, Pac. It's darkest before the something. You know his words better than I do. I just hang out with it, just kidding. I love you. But in the sense of, there's a lot of those moments where you have to call upon them. And that's especially Pac. I've laid in the bed and I'm like, I can't take no more. And I'll literally reach my hand out and grab his and then I can fall asleep. Or the next morning, it's Mac that's, grabbing my hand and walking me out. That's another thing, too. Poor Mac. It's like, if you don't get a fucking man. I'm working on it! Fuck! Can you give this shit a rest? In the sense of, I get so tired, too. I get so tired, too, bro. I am so sick and tired of it. But we've got so much life to live. And sometimes you need to call on them and be like, where are you? I've had enough. Can you just help me? Can you just inspire me? Can we just not do this today? And you don't have to sit alone, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to sit alone in those moments. When you've really had enough, you've got to remember that they're outside of you and call them in and let them feel you. You just got to call them by name. Any spirit. Call upon them. They'll come to you. You're like, really? Pretty much. Watch what happens. Sit still and call on the spirit. I didn't get Carl Young because he's... This was like, I don't call in spirits. I'm not calling in your grandma. But in the essence, if you want to be in the... if you want to get out of your flesh, that's the best thing to do is when your flesh has been too much, you got to get out of your flesh and get in the spirit. If not yours, then someone else's. Which is, that's when I was talking about is I've got to be able to keep my eye on God because every time I go outside, I get frustrated with myself and others. I really do. It's like I don't have it in myself to deal with all this. I need to stay with God who tells me that I can. He rejuvenates me and makes me feel better about it. And that's me with God. Yours can be with archangels. Yours can be, the Virgin Guadalupe. And you know what I mean? It could be Buddha. It could be, all spirits are a spirit of God. And you know which ones are of the light. You know what I mean? Why can't you have a direct line to Vishnu? If you've studied Vishnu your whole life, why do you have to go meet someone that's, why do you need a shaman and stuff? Why can't you do what we do? It does take self-discipline. It takes a lot of belief. It takes a lot of quietness. It takes a lot of understanding. But it's not something, we were just like you, where we had to develop the skills too. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying it's like when you're in these really dark places, it's telling you to call upon your spirits. I'm telling you that there are limitless spirits that you can call upon. You know what I mean? To help you get through it. In all essence, I don't call upon my mother. She didn't have a really helpful life. You know what I mean? She can't really guide me through this shit. We can laugh it off, but it's not really helpful. I need to go above my mother when I need help and I'm in these dark places. Because that's why I don't have what I need now, is because she didn't give it to me. I gotta go above my mother. Do you know what I mean? When I need physical healing, my fucking head is killing me, or my teeth are hurting, or whatever I'm going through physically, I go to fucking Raphael. This is what you do, bro. Can you help my body, please? Come into my body and fix it. Light up that light and fix all this inside of me, because this is what God gave you the power to do, and I'm giving you power over my body right now. You know what I mean? And that's where it is, understanding your angels. Let me stop there, because this is what it's talking about. Universe wants you to know that in your heart, you are always safe and protected from above. That means all the power's inside of you. You just need to tell your mind that it's there, reassure your mind, and then your mind will believe it, and then all it will be. Do not ever hesitate to ask for assistance from the universe, angels, and loved ones in spirit. And that's it too, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you do call upon, I'm seeing all my dead loved ones and shit. But, This is very necromancy, but at the same time, it's also teaching you, as Christ did, is to be in the spirit of all things. The spirit lives on, you know, and that's what I was talking about earlier about Kobe and all of them. It's like, just because they're not coming back doesn't mean they're not alive. You know what I mean? Hold on, I gotta get my Archangel cards. I'm gonna go through, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna teach you really fast, as many as I can, and what they stand for. And whatever stands out to you, just write down the name. Just try to remember the name and then Google it later and understand that if this name is standing out to you because this angel is standing with you. That's how the intuition works. It's synchronicity. Something feels something. You can't describe the feeling. You just know that you're driven by a feeling. Once I said that name, you got a feeling. I'm hooked on a feeling. Okay? So I'm going to take you through them. This is another great way through the light that teaches you the ascension. I teach you on specific days we go through the light. On other days we go through the dark. There's a day for each of them, but we harness every day. I don't wait till Sunday to take you through the light. I can do it on a Tuesday. I can also sometimes on a Monday. You know what I mean? I can carry the energy in. But, I got to take you through the dark. You know what I mean? The light is only to get us through those dark days of the week, which is a Friday, Saturday, you know what I mean? Which is typically difficult. Weekends are difficult for people. Why? Because it's off schedule and you're free to do as you please. And your pleasures and desires get you in trouble. Pretty much, right? Pretty much. All right, so we're going to go through this. This is really great. I encourage everyone, every time I read these, I don't read the beginnings. Usually I don't. I never really do. There's all of this stuff you're supposed to learn. These are sigils of the light. We haven't learned about them. Don't worry about it. There's sigils of the dark, which, Wiccans used, which were symbols like the cross or the pentagram. They were symbols, which was a language. These are the symbols of the archangels. Okay? This is their language. And we start to learn all that. Again, that'll be far later. It comes down to sacred geometry, to be honest. Again, science was being taken. Where did it all come from? So they teach you all this stuff, great stuff. I don't know, grounding, preparation. They usually some shit. How to run the cards usually. Nope, not these ones. I didn't read it. I didn't. We just jumped into it. I do what my soul says. Now these are specific areas to it. So the first one is we start with the black ray. You're going to learn colors. You're going to learn your chakras. You're going to learn your crystals, your oils, star constellations, and then the sigils. But you're also going to learn your freaking archangels. This is all of it, bro, in the light. Do you know what I mean? I have my other cards that'll show you in the dark, but this is the light way. The first step to it is the dark night of the soul, Serial. Then you meet me, which is another form of Isis, right? It says it right here. Egyptian goddess, blah, 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 blah. Right? The creation of chaos. Once you go in there, you meet chaos. And that's Dante's Inferno. Once you go into hell, you're going to meet all the chaos of your own creation. Just your own fears. Things you've seen that you've never actually looked at. Right? That's the dark. That's the black. Now we go through the brown. We start working through the color rays until we are a diamond light, the white light again. We'll go through it. So there's your locations. These are also activating different chakras. This is your Earth Star chakra. You're sending out a frequency from your body and activating these chakras outside of yourself. You're learning all of this. Sandalwood, oh my gosh, it's not my favorite. I got a bar soap over it, but you use so many of these, you start blowing it. All right, so now we have a way shower. That would have been, your guide. Someone comes in and is going to show you the way. Okay? Cassiel is going to bring you serenity. Help you understand the things you can and the things you can't accept, all that bullshit. Sandalphone is going to teach you your prayers. How to, how to pray your way through this with music. Bow, chicka, wow, wow. He's going to take your prayers. He's going to make sure that your prayers are heard, but he's going to teach you about all that. Now, I want to show you on each card, it says how to meet them. There's a whole deep guided meditation just to meet them, to put yourself in their essence. Then after it is how to receive them. Each page, ready? It happens on all of them. Look at that. How to receive everything. It's you know what I mean? What will you do if you're by yourself? You're going to read all this. And then you're going to sit with it. And then, you know what I mean? Look, like Taz Vakel, Sandafel helps us with the prayers and desires, right? So then we go into our red ray, which is where? Your base chakra, or what they call your root chakra. Now that you've, you know what I mean, aligned yourself outside of it, now let's start aligning you, okay? Uriel, salvation. Justice. Passion and poise. All right? Then we go into our pink, which is Chamel, love and relationships, strength and heart. Rikabel, compassion. You seeing the names? I should have been saying the names. My bad. I said I was going to. All right? Sequid Hosey is about your balancing your divine feminine and your divine masculine inside of you. All right? Radriel is your creativity, your how you can create, your inspiration, how to channel all this inspiration that's happening inside of you. Barachel brings the fulfillment of you feeling filled. They'll bring stuff to, you know what I mean, meet your needs, but it's the fulfillment of just your life's purpose. Okay? Yellow ray, which would be your solar plexus. Jophael brings you joy. Galagalia, which is, she's part of the Valkyries, brings you power. Then we got our green ray. Dun, dun, dun. Raphael is all about healing. Right? Number 17 teaches you, there's that thing. That's what he does. Why don't you call on him? Why you gotta call God? Call him. That's what he fucking does. Now in the sense of, you know, healing, death, transformation, of course Azrael is there to go through the death process. You know what I mean? Some things, and that's what I said to Ray yesterday. He didn't like it. He did not like it, but I told him. Ray's suffering a lot lately because he went back to work and now it's I don't know. It's a long ass story where he keeps talking shit about, I'm going to sue the VA because I didn't have this problem until they did that surgery and now I'm all fucked up. And I hit him with it yesterday because I'm tired of hearing it. I was like, you need to accept a couple of things here, my friend. Obviously, science is not going to heal you. I'm going to keep this on the one we're talking about here. So science is not going to heal you. You've gone to the doctors a million times and they're not going to heal you. They can give you a prescription for pain, but all that does is numb the pain. You're doing a type of work right now that is causing you pain, meaning your body cannot do what it used to do when you were younger. And if you do this, you're causing yourself chronic pain. The pain isn't going to stop. Your options are to do something holistic like massage therapy, which you said you tried and it worked out for a couple of days. It might have worked longer, but you're still doing the work that's making your body hurt. So you have to accept a couple of things here. One, your age, and you can't do the work that your body did. And now your body has effects if you try to push it to do things it can't do anymore. But you can't complain to everyone that your body has gotten old. You can either stop doing what hurts your body, find a new way of life, or find a way to manage the pain that it causes you to do work that you probably shouldn't be doing. He didn't like that, but it's the truth. The longer you do this job, the more you know what I mean? He has this pinched nerve in his neck that's going off. It's like, well, you're making it go off by doing the work. And instead of understanding that it's your self-inflicted pain, and yeah, you could blame somebody, but ultimately the body gets old. Like, who am I supposed to blame about my knee? Who's to blame about my knee? You know what I mean? And that's where people are. I'm going to blame the doctors, and I'm going to blame the surgeons, and this and that, and they don't know what's wrong with... They don't know what's wrong. All they can do for your chronic pain is give you a lifetime prescription of, you know what I mean, pain killers. They can't take away the pain. They don't know the source of the pain. And I told him straight up, I said, from what I'm seeing, I was like, I'm a spiritual healer. So if you came to me with just this problem, I would tell you, you have repressed words in your neck. It's running straight down your neck into your arms, and it's not letting you create. That means you have a lot of built up words that you haven't said that is limiting you to creating in this world. That's just my perspective. But you could go to someone that does acupuncture and find another way to release this pressure. Either way, it's a pressure inside that science cannot release. And that's kind of where it goes down to. It's like, you know, where's the healing? You know what I mean? I am a spiritual healer in the sense of when you tell me what's wrong with you, based on my understanding of the chakras and what it aligns and all your organs that connect to it, and me being Isis and knowing how to take those fucking organs and put them back in alignment to bring you back to life, I know how this works. You know what I mean? So he didn't like that. It's like, your body hurts. Why? Why does your body hurt? Are you old? That it doesn't do what it used to? Okay, we got to accept that. We don't have a 20-year-old body. We've been doing this for 42 years. I've been bending these knees. Been dropping it like I was hot, and it's not so hot anymore. And I'm not sure I'm going to get up. I need one of those buttons. What happened? The body, bro. What are you going to do? Go buy a new body? Some cases you do. You got to have a fucking hip replacement. You got to have a fucking knee replacement. You got to have a fucking shoulder replacement and shit. Because you got life to live. But are we really trying to fucking buy boobs and ass right now? Fuck off, bitches. I need teeth. I can't eat without teeth. I have to have teeth. I discovered that. They took my back teeth. All of my back teeth. You can't chew. Those are the chew teeth, bro. Those are the chew teeth. I can't chew. So my option is, you know what I mean? We got to replace these, dude. You know what I mean? What happened? They got old, bro. They weren't taken care of. They got old. They just came out. You know what I mean? And I got to be honest, like, my gums are not fucking bleeding anymore now that they're gone. So, hey, amen. But at the same time, now we got a new problem. Okay, there's another solution. Just moving on to this. Healing. There's so much that science can do, and then there's acceptance of what, you just have to accept that you need to take care of your body too. And your body can't do what it used to do. Accept the aging process of the body. Please, and thank you. Because, death is imminent. We all die. We all die. I didn't care if I died at 99. That sounds like forever, bro. That's such a fucking long lifetime, as if you think how long my days are. In the essence, how long do you want to live? Can you put a number on that bitch, please? And thank you. How long do you want to live? 80? How much? Look at the 80-year-olds. How well do their bodies work at 8? Are you having sex at 80? I should hope the fuck not. That would be so weird. It's a lot of stuff. Just stuff. You better get that shit out of your system before your body can't do shit like that. In the sense of, what the fuck are you trying to do? Oh, gross. I just saw Zac Efron in his very old body. Don't. Stop it. Stop putting your old body out there. It's old. It's old. Everyone's got a body. Who cares? What are you doing with this body? Just saying. All right. After that, we go into the turquoise, which is Fuel, cleansing, Zachriel, graceful surrender. Then we go into the Blu-ray, and I know you know who's in here. Sachael, wealth and charity. Come on, you. As Ariel, emotional expression. Michael gives you courage and protection. Jamael, which is mercy. This is the purple ray, right? This is when you're getting into your third eye. Raziel teaches you the mysteries. Now the violet ray, you're getting up into your higher chakras, bro. This is your crown chakra, right? That's Zadikel. That teaches you freedom and transmutation, where you're leaving the consciousness now. We're leaving the body now. Diplomacy and fair play. Once you get into the universe, you got to understand the universal laws and how they work. Here comes Gabriel to blow his fucking horn. Hey! Don't you get out here being stupid. You have a reason to be out here, and you better act right. That's him. That fucking guy. As soon as you leave the fucking body, bro, he's out there telling you that God said some shit. That's why me and him don't have a... As soon as I fled, he was the one. Him. And who? Michael. Fucking Michael. He came up there like, hey, God said you gotta come back. I don't give a shit. Fuck him. Here we are. As soon as I got here, it was him blowing his fucking horn. Get on my face, Gabriel. He tells you no. It's a no. He tells you, and then Sethael, which is pretty much the Buddha, teaches you how to have your devotion to, your purpose. Blah, blah, blah. There's me, the high priestess. That's, the reflection in the mirror. Mirabelle teaches you all of the cosmic bullshit. Then you go into the golden ray, which is Metatron. Ancient wisdom. That's where you start learning all of this, the inner workings of the cosmos and bullshit. Leadership, you just take that and, run with that and become a leader of the people. Blah, blah, blah. Curiel is the illumination. That's when you meet with the seraphim and they start really passing down the flames. Adrakel is glory. He stands at one of the highest gates. And then you're in it now. The platinum ray. That's when you have to go through. I like to see it. It's you ever seen that movie, The Never-Ending Story, where he has to walk through and they'll judge your heart? They see all things. They're gonna you're gonna either make it through or you're gonna go back to wherever you came from. Then you get into the rainbow ray. Who's in the rainbow ray? Christ. If your heart is right, you're back with Christ. You get your peace back. And you remember your incarnation is one of the rainbow children. You remember that. Then we got to tap into, before you come back, you got to have your unconditional love restored. You got to be one with the mother. You got to bring back all of that mother. Melchizedek is going to teach you how you already went through the ascension path. By the time you got here, you've already done it. You've literally already done it, and you didn't even know you did it. And that's most of these. You didn't even know you did it. It was just speaking to you about your current time, but as you went through each page of it, you realize that you are these things. So that goes back to my priesthood book. As I was reading the pages, I get to the end and I got to take a test, and I'm like, I am all these things. It's like, see, you weren't becoming, you already were. It's quite interesting. And that's the levels that I can show you with all of my cards. It's like it's levels to the shit. We spent a lot on just teaching you the angels. Let's move on to, I guess the light workers. I have two different, I have a card in my hand, which is the Lumerians, which is those crystals in front of you. And they are giving you Mount Shasta. Pay attention to California. It's already happening, actually, over there. The volcanoes erupted in Hawaii. Yeah, they're showing me. 37. So again, this was someone that was translating, getting messages from the Lumerians, and was guided to put them into cards. There's people that write lots of stuff. If you look up a lot of these civilizations on Instagram, you'd be surprised. There's so many people that are founders and teachers and spiritualists to all of these different energies, and I just work with all of them. It's kind of funny. They spend their whole life working with one, and I work with them all. I mean, ultimately, they're all gone. All right. Your origins, the seeds that make you what and who you are, star beings, sacred power places, unexplained mystical phenomenon, intuitive messages and downloads, dreams and visions. We spoke about that yesterday in our 10-day forecast. They talked about the tree of life. They talked about the scrolls. They talked about bringing you the knowing. The awakening is upon you. Aware that their entire continent would be destroyed, the Lumerians traveled to other parts of the globe. Mount Shasta was a profound connection with the Lumerian people, as it was one place they journeyed. There are many tales of multidimensional beings living inside of the mountain, and sightings of all kinds of unusual phenomenon there. When I received the intuitive message that I would be writing and delving deeper into the emerging theme of this card, I had a strong vision to visit the mountain and channel a painting on it. After a range of synchronicities, I found myself there. The ambience of this magical place cannot be denied, and the image you see on this card is what came through. It's quite interesting. I haven't seen that, but I see that. Not in a place, but when I see the stars, those lights, those pathways directly connect to me. I connect to them. And that goes back to connecting to the white light. Those stars aren't just stars, bro. Most of them that you're staring at are literally planets. But if you are staring at a star, it's part of a constellation. What's a constellation? It's a group of stars. There's a group of entities that is speaking to you. It's quite lovely. And those mountains, you know what I mean? As far as undeniable places, they say there's many. And I'm telling you, and anybody that's ever been, Red Rocks is undeniable. Mother Cabrini Shrine is undeniable. If I take you further in that mountain, you won't believe it. Those hills have eyes, bro. All right, aware of their blah, blah, blah. When I received blah, blah, blah. Mount Shasta also seems to have connection to star beings and portals to multiple worlds and parallel realities. On arrival at Mount Shasta's town, I I was involved in a Palladian channel circle. This is totally different. She is working with the Lumerians, and she was part of the Palladians. What are the Palladians? The Pallades, again, is a star constellation outside of Orion's belt. But these are the beings. These beings speak with other human beings outside of me and give them transmissions where they actually write books and do seminars and do fucking classes and shit that teach you these teachings. I don't stay in one course of study. They teach me everything to teach you, and you can find your niche. It's all God. I'm just teaching you at all parts of God. That's what I teach you. They focus on one part. One part this, one part that. They're all there. Okay? Okay. So I just want to point this out. She was involved in a Palladian channeling circle where she had a vision of the stars communicating with the mountain through light codes. And that's how they communicate with me, is through the stars. The interconnecting glowing lines lay over the entire earth. Those are the meridian lines. And when you align with them, there's information. There are information channels, invisible lines of information that is being channeled from past, present, and future. Footprints, realities that are still here, that are still being played out. In the essence, you guys have this idea, right, that ghosts, here we go, this is going to freak you out. You have this idea that ghosts get stuck here. And they're here because they have a purpose, right? They have to end this purpose before they can go back to the light. Yes, very much indeed, in a sense. But are they stuck here, or are they stuck in their reality? And that's the next thing. I see dead people, but they don't know they're dead. I visit people from other periods of time that are right here during our time. They are aware that we are in their time, but, you know what I mean, to them, it would be that I am am traveling from the future, but I'm in the present. This is presently my time, where their time has passed. And they're witnessing the future play, but we're looking back in the past to see what happens in our future. The realities are all right here. The spirits are all still here. Everything is still here. It all aligns right here. The convergence of all time and space lands right here. I've experienced these luminescent grid lines before. I have been told I can put my hand into them and connect my healing light with all other lights doing their work across the planet. During my time at Mount Shasta, I came to understand that there have been many UFO sightings there, and I realized how connected the Lumerians were to star beings. Further researching revealed several accounts of Lumerians being a mixed origins from throughout the universe. And that's really it. The Lumerians, going back to the Lumerians, they were part of Mount Shasta, but they were like the Atlanteans, and they were spread out over there in the Pacific, right? Another civilization, okay? But all civilizations look to the sky, and that's where the other civilizations came and spoke with them. You're the only ones that deny them. I don't even know how you can. I don't even know how you can. How many of you have really seen a fucking alien, bro? Or at least a craft? Some of you have actually met them. Why did they come to you? Because you're probably one of their star children, and as scary as they look to you, they're like trying to reassure you, ET phone home. Get out of the skin, bro. And that's what I was talking about yesterday. How many of you know that you're not from this planet? Interesting, right? I plan to include symbols on the 10 chakra cards that would activate the chakras, but I wasn't sure how. The creation of these cards have been profound unfolding, and when I sought guidance, I received the message that the chakra activation codes were in the Mount Shasta painting. Those are light codes, right? There was a symbol for each of the chakras, and you can find them at the bottom left-hand side of the chakra cards. This image in the seed crystals that the whole deck is based upon. Okay, and that goes back to sigils and language. All right, so the Palladians, which I teach you, we haven't got to it, I spoke on it yesterday, is they teach you how to activate your Ka channels. They called it a different thing. You know what I mean? Christ said your spirit, you know what I mean, walking in your spirit. Eastern civilization, and that goes back to Doctor Strange. It's like science doesn't want to see this, but they know it to be real. It's real. It's real. Your chakra system is real. It's a real connection, you know what I mean, that aligns. And once you align this, you are fully aligned with the universe. It's no joke. And they've been trying to teach people, you know what I mean? They've been trying to teach humans this since the beginning. And that's what we were reading in that book. We were only to the part of where they started bringing, you know, keeping the knowledge going throughout the civilizations. All right, let's get back to this. This card is about origins. It's time to honor and look more deeply into your ancestry, both your bloodline, and that's it too. You know, he's in Guatemala. That's my bloodline. And your etherical, and that's what someone said too. He's like, I don't know what he asked me. If I was, I think he asked me if I was Italian. I was like, no, I'm French and Irish. My mother's family was French and Irish. Interesting, right? Both your bloodline and your etherical lineage. Do you have an affinity with any star beings? Connecting with them might allow your greater insight into your traits, your strength, and your challenges. Perhaps you have a Lumerian connection. This card may also be encouraging you to visit sacred places you feel attracted to. They may have an intuitive message for you on page 100. And that's it. Your homelands are calling you. And that's what happens to me. Where am I going? What's in Alaska? I don't know. I have no idea. But it's been calling me for years. I've got to go there. I'll find out what's there when I get there, obviously. And is it the land itself? No, it's a calling inside of me. Do you know what I mean? Where in Alaska? I don't know. Where in fucking Arizona? I don't know. Where are you going? I don't know. I just feel it. And that goes back to Moana. It's a voice inside of you. It's a blueprint. It's a sonar calling you home. Just like the fucking turtles, the sea turtles. They're born in the dark, in the dirt, in the sand, and yet somehow they know where home is. They just follow this inner knowing, right? And going back to your chakras, yeah. That was what I just showed you in the last one. It's like there's many, you know, you're going to learn this. We're going to teach you this. We're going to get you aligned. And that's where I'm like, clean your chakras. I'm out of breath. I really am. I really, really am. I've got 2 heavy cards in front of me, and I don't want to do either. Fuck. Let's do the initiation by fire. Lightworkers. This is another one. It's the ascension into the light. Lots of stages to it. We go through them. You know what I mean? Your divine feminine wisdom. Right? So right now we're at 22. We went through your spiritual service. Now we're going through initiation by fire. Initiation by fire is a life-changing spiritual cleansing. Your life will never be the same again. Allow the power of the divine fire to clear and purify you inside and out. This is not a time to hold on to anything, no matter how much you once believed you needed it. In letting go, you will gain so much more than you ever imagined. Open to fresh blessings and new life. You are, like the phoenix, ready to emerge from the holy flames and be reborn. I remember reading this, and then somehow I got pulled into the other card. Did we actually read this? I don't think so. I would have remembered that picture. I'm going to read through it as fast as I can, and we'll see what happens. You have the spirit of the phoenix in you. You are able to rise again and again, even if at times all seems lost. You are guided to remember this as you are now being spiritually cleansed through initiation by fire. During such times, you will feel as though you're being asked to let go of relationships, situations, sometimes even jobs, attitudes, and belief systems that you have relied upon until this point. You might have to unintentionally place more faith in that person, place, or belief system or identity than you placed in the divine, meaning you believe more in the outside world than you believe in God. You might have held on to them rather than allowing the divine to guide you. This can happen easily on the earth plane. Sometimes these attachments become confining rather than supportive. Going back to my car, it's costing me more than it's making me. In such cases, you will need to free yourself to continue your life's journey. And that's it. If I let go of this, it's going to force God to tell me what I'm going to be forced to do something else with my life. Yeah, it might be more work, but I mean, otherwise, what's the option? I keep the car and do 20 more rides, maybe make $100. I'm spending more than I'm making. Are you not listening? And as I'm spending all this money on that car, I could be putting it into my car. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of uncertainty until we figure it out, but it'll figure itself out. During the initiation by fire, all such attachments are burned away. A new life is a blessing, but it doesn't mean that it's easily won. Sometimes the process can be challenging to the mind, even whilst the heart trusts in what is taking place. And that's it. My brain's like trying to look for how this is going to be. Well, what happens if I give up the car? It's trying to come up scenarios of how this could be a pain in my ass. It's looking for it, but in the essence, what's the pain in the ass? I go get my car. At some point, I was going to return this car and have to get in that other car. What? You know what I mean? I'm here for 5 days. That gives me 5 days to work on it. These motherfuckers all are working on their cars. I could probably give them a 20 sack and they'll fucking do this shit. Fucking Blue's Clues all over this place. So inappropriate. I'm sorry. But anyways, I mean, talk about, you know, they're fixing their cars. I'm going to fucking fix mine. Shit. Fucking shit. They're over there stealing Cadillac converters. I'm just kidding. Go get me a Cadillac. I'm just kidding. I mean, they might be. Fuck, who knows? I'm just saying. Whatever has been your stronghold in life, such as a family, a marriage. Ooh, thank God I ain't got that problem. Job security. That's it. It's not even a job. I'm not even doing the job, bro. It's not really secure if I'm worried about losing it every week. Seriously. Come on now. A talent or something that you have used to define your sense of self. Meaning what? I'm a Lyft driver? No, I'm not. Who the fuck I'm not? I do like 20 rides at the last minute just to get them just car. It's not really working. I'm just being honest. Well, I mean, being honest with myself. Will be where the fire burns the brightest. Those areas will be transformed. Letting go and allowing that to happen. To the very parts of your life that will be most protective of can require deep faith. You have to remember that love is real so that you can hold on to your courage whilst you're letting go and allowing the divine to have its way. Remember that the power of fire is destructive only in part. It also stimulates rapid new growth. Meaning if I know I'm going to lose this car, I'm going to make preparations to go get my other car and get this shit to go working now. Right? Isn't that the truth? Okay. Instead of putting off the next step of what I need to do because I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing, but I'm not comfortable. That's the point. I'm telling you my story, but you better be finding a way to reflect this in your life. Why are you listening to me? So that you can learn from me and look at your life and see what's holding you back, and you need to make an irrational decision that makes sense. Healing will arise in whatever area is being transformed, meaning this job is not making me no money. There's a lot of you that are, dude, even here, I met a couple people, and that's why I offered them. They're spending more money on transportation than they're making. And that's how it is as a single parent. You're spending more money on fucking childcare than making, just to say that you work. And now you're not being a good parent because you're not parenting. Someone else is parenting your kids, just so you can say that you're a good parent. You know what I mean? In the essence, there's ways. There's other ways. You have to, it'll light a fire of fear at first, but going back to the stillness, after the mud settles, you can see clearly. I can see clearly now the fire. Okay, thank you very much. Healing will arise in whatever area. It literally just comes out of me. I just close my eyes and it's like, okay, try to bring it back. You're screaming, you're singing. This is not you. Bring it back. Healing will arise in whatever area is being transformed. It's not only an ending, but it's also a beginning. And that's it. If I stop being a Lyft driver, I can be something else. I don't have the pressure of it. What am I going to do with it? Less of that is more of this. This experience of initiation by fire is the divine making in its presence felt in your life. And that's it. I'm paying for gas for 2 cars, all this other bullshit. I can't even smoke in that car. I shouldn't be smoking in my car, but I got used to it, and that was kind of cool. It will be one of the most freeing and empowering experiences you'll have whilst in the physical body. It may ask you to confront fears and insecurities as you learn to trust the divine unconditionally. Meaning, what the fuck do I need 2 cars for? Anybody? Okay. I was living out of one of those cars, so that's why it made sense. But now it doesn't make no sense, and it was never making dollars. Kind of. Barely keeping me alive. Now that the universe will always provide for you. Know that the universe will always provide for you, and always in the way that is best for you. Even if you don't understand why it's needed to happen the way that it does at that time. Keep your eye on the inner transformation of what's occurring rather than fearing the outer change. The universe loves you and holds you in high regard. Remember this and trust. Initiation is the advanced spiritual lesson. You are being honored by what is happening in your life now. You are strong enough to get through it and thrive into a new life, like the radiant phoenix, triumphantly emerging from the sacred fire. Oh, they usually do this shit on a fucking Friday, but, you know, I told you, whenever they say to walk away, I really don't have the energy. I'm not really into it. You're like, but you just, I know, that's another thing, too. They just put on, I end up letting people down. What if happens if I don't go back to Firestone? I don't know. They took a risk. You know what I mean? Did they? I don't know. It's nothing out of their pocket. But yeah, they put brake pads on that shit just so I could make it through the day. I could do it. Again, I'm not feeling it. And that's in the essence of when you come to acceptance, you're like, well, I don't feel the urge to fight for this anymore. I don't feel the urge to it. It's like, what about your car? I don't know. But it's time to fight for, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Do I want to do this again? How long do I want to keep doing this for? I could do it today. But again, it's going to cost me. I have to work real hard to get those 20 rides. And those 20 rides, unless every one of them is surging, I'm not going to clear my quota. Meaning I'm going to owe them for this week too. And that money, it's like, how much do I owe them? I think it's $280. It's $270 for me to buy the parts for my car. Do you know what I mean? Do I want to do this again? Or do I want to fix my car? That's just my current reality. And again, it came out of nowhere. And that's what happens. God said, wake up. It's the first of the month. Like, no. Seriously. But you know what I mean? That's just what happens is you're not ready, but they say when it's time to wake up, bro, you need to wake up. We need to get rid of some shit. We need to start some shit. We got shit to do today. In the sense of you're not doing shit today. We're going to let everything burn away. What do I do? Oh, well, we can do that. I mean, obviously. I was thinking about that this morning. What fucking color do you want to dye your hair?
Probably just red.
Crazy. We can't be both red.
Yeah, you can.
You're a biter. Got to be individual. Anyways, going back to it is like, you know, that's just my story. I don't think he's calling you to give up your cars and shit, but he's asking you to give up something that's, you know, and that's all he does all the time. You're like, please, God. Nope, I'm taking it away. I have a better plan for you. It's all he does all the time. It's kind of obnoxious, but you have to trust him because it really is. It just does get better. It's like it gets worse before it gets better in the sense of, oh, he's ripping the hair off of my skin again. It's like, fuck. And that's really, I told you, he's ripping the skin off our bones is what he's doing. Ugh. Oh, Saraswati. From word to world. I don't want to read anymore, God. Ugh. In the sense of, you think I'm not going to do it? I'm about to give up my car, dickheads. Did you not hear it? He told me. You're like, I don't know what voice is listening. I wish it was just a voice. It's the fucking voice of God. How can you not hear him? He makes so much sense. Your fucking mind just don't want to accept the shit he's talking about. That's Bobby. That's what he says. I don't know what voice is talking to you. Fucking God. Why don't you ever fucking listen to him? Because he's always telling you to fuck up your life, and I've been watching for 2 years. I'm not listening to that voice. Whatever's got you going, I'm not going that way. Fine. I'm going the other way. Go to hell, then. Quite literally. All right. The goddess Saraswati, which is the high priestess card in my dark goddesses, and she's all love and light and shit, and I'm the dark side of Saraswati, which is the Kali. All right, but whatever, love and light. We bring you the empowerment of word to world. What you speak of with intention shall manifest. You are blessed with the creative power of an open and active throat chakra. That's another thing too. God can only be protecting me, not wanting me to be out driving with all the drunks that are going to be all fucking pissed off and shit after the Super Bowl. Half of them are going to be happy, half of them are going to be unhappy. Everybody's going to be drunk. Period. Who do you think's on the road with me? Who are these people that are driving after the Super Bowl? People coming from the Super Bowl parties. I'm out. He doesn't want me out there with these people. They're your fucking people. Fucking shit. Me and God, we'd be going rounds. I'd be laughing. You're like, you talk to... I sure the fuck do. Did you hear what he said? He said, I'm getting rid of my car. Fuck him. And that's it. It's like, I'll talk shit. I do what he says, but I talk shit the whole way through. Fuck you, God. Fine. Fuck it. Fine. Jesus, why do you... Fine. Fine. Jesus just took it. I'm like, how the fuck you take this bitch ass shit from him? Ugh. Our Father. Fuck our Father. What's our mother? Motherfucker. Fuck. In the sense of, you don't know God like I know God. Fuck. Oh, God. Anyways, let's go through. We went dark on a Sunday. I mean, I'm dark on a fucking every day. I try to keep it light, but it's dark out here. Shit. He just took my car. He's like, he hasn't done anything. He's asking me to sacrifice again, which means it's done. Why? Because I always do what he fucking says. Fucking stupid shit. Fucking shit. Fucking shit. Fucking shit. Do I need it? No, not really. I don't know. Just as like, fuck. There's gonna be work to be done. Fucking shit. Like, do you want just to work today? I mean, fuck. Welcome. Let's just keep going. Fucking God. You are blessed with the creative power of an open and active throat chakra, obviously, as you release subconscious fears of speaking your truth. And that's it, too. You curse God? Bro! Don't even act like I haven't cursed God since the beginning of my existence. Bro, I've been cursing God since he put me on this fucking planet. Shut the fuck up. Don't even try to understand it. It doesn't mean he doesn't love me. It doesn't mean he doesn't love you. You curse God all day, dude. I just do it to his fucking face. The only difference is you think he can't hear you or see you, idiot. He fucking still loves me. I can't make him not love me just because I don't like what he's doing in my life. I'm allowed to bitch about it. It doesn't mean that it changes anything. I mean, in essence, it's not like he's not going to, love me because I don't love what he's doing and I'm yelling at him for what he's doing. It's like, you should be grateful. I should, but I'm not grateful for this bullshit. And that's okay, too. Learn to own your darkness, bro. It's like, I don't want to, God. Or you could be a fucking Lucifer and just, sit there fucking really throwing a fit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So, can you get my hair back today?
Yeah, later, bro. Later. We're still in the middle of something. Stop
you were
pushing your
finished.
agenda on me.
I asked once.
Yeah, have you gotten yourself ready for this? You want me to get ready to go get you hair dye and shit. Have you done what you needed to do? Have you changed your clothes and got ready?
If I'm gonna do that for nothing
You don't need to know. You manifest it and you walk in the knowing. It's like, you say, okay, I know I'm getting my hair dyed. Let me get my shit together so I can get my hair dyed. You're not getting shit together. You just expect it to be given to you. That's not how it works. There are many times on the spiritual path when we feel that we are in circumstances not of our conscious choosing. Oh, I skipped down here. Sorry. As you release subconscious fear of speaking your truth, memories of being silenced, and claim your own divine voice, your ability to change the world through your intentions is amplified. You have the power of divine creation through sound in you. Russ, the bus. What happened to Russ? Russ made this song about manifestation. He talked a lot about that, about having the power to speak his reality into creation. Well, what the fuck kind of shit you been talking about lately there, buddy? Have you forgot all of your teachings? Ta-ta. Or did I push you into your darkness like I did Kanye? I told you not to go there, fuckhead. You want to put somebody in their feelings? You want to put somebody in your feelings? How you feeling over there, buddy? How you feeling? The card readers say you're not doing so well. That you and your karmic are having a lot of issues. I don't know. Get you the fucking lotion in the tissue. Such a cunt. Anyways, moving on, cunt face. As you release, I mean, pretty much, what the fuck was Lucifer gonna tell Lilith? He's gonna make fun of Lilith? No, I'm gonna make fun of you. You're stuck in this whole kingdom of hell, and I'm gonna leave now. This is a boring-ass place to live. I mean, and do you think that Lucifer had any power over Lilith? Or any of them had any power over me? No, bro. They're powerless to me. Stupid. So stupid. They're powerless to their own feelings. And that's why, you know, I could just come in and push that right button and you're just powerless. The goddess of hell. He didn't really rule anything. He just sat there and, like, you know, he didn't really have the power to really push people into their own darkness. I, on the other hand, most definitely. I can get you out of there too, though. What you wish to create and what do you wish to create and experience? Speak with joy. There are many times on the spiritual path when we feel we are in circumstances not of our conscious choosing. In fact, we may think there's no way I would have chosen this situation. I said this whole time. Who the fuck put this in the contract? Who wrote this down? Who agreed to this bullshit? I'm telling you, they didn't tell us the terms and agreements to this contract. They said put your life on the line. And you put it down there with a little fucking Crayola, your favorite color. You wrote your little fucking sigil, and there you, next thing you know, here we are living out all this bullshit. It's like, who did? I want to see this contract, bro. I don't really believe I signed up for it. I think you're just throwing fucking extras in on this shit because I have no control anymore. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. There are so many times when I know for a fact I didn't sign up for this. You're just having fun because you're out there and I'm in here. Quit fucking playing around. This isn't funny. They'd love it too. They're like, she's helpless. Yeah, this is stupid. I'm gonna get you on the other side, bro. I'll be there. You just wait. I'm counting the days. That's how it always is. How does it feel, Lilith? How does it feel, Lilith? You know what? Fuck you and these feelings. Fuck you, God. It sucks to be you. Me? Yeah, that too. Alright, in fact, we may blah blah blah. If we have healthy self-esteem, we tend to be attracted to that which uplifts, assists, and inspires. If we are healing issues issues to do with self-doubt, or can spiritually benefit from an experience of lower vibrational energy to help us on our life's journey, we will be unconsciously attracted to that which feels lowering. Those experiences tend to generate fear and negativity and don't feel good, in that they can sometimes be motivational pushes we need to break free from fear, because we simply cannot bear feeling that way anymore. They may also teach us to hold compassion for the suffering of those and inspire us to work in the healing arts. And that's it too. It's like, did I really sign up to be homeless? Yeah, people are terrified of being homeless. You can do that. I mean, it is terrifying. I guess we'll do this. I was scared too. It's like, I don't want to be homeless on Christmas. I don't want to be homeless in my car. I'm like, did I really sign up for this bullshit? Yep, just to show everyone that you can overcome it. This is some bullshit. I don't want to do this. In the sense of, what am I teaching you? To have compassion. I had to do the shit that other people that God does to other people just to show you to have compassion and that God loves them too. I mean, seriously. If he did it to Jesus, he'll do it to you, dickhead. Let's see. Lowering experience may also help us find gratitude in our hearts for simple happiness too. However, if there is a more joyful way to learn that, and many times there will be, then why not choose that for yourself? The frequency of our beings has a bearing on experiences and our self-esteem. The higher the self-esteem, the more likely we want to raise our frequencies. It feels better to live with a higher frequency and a higher self-esteem. We make choices that support us rather than sabotage our best intentions. I'm seeing something funny, like dive bars. I don't want to go in there. Why? You're too good for it? Kinda. I don't like the vibe in there. These are people that like drink just because they're sad. Everybody drinks, but I don't want to drink in there. That's a sad vibe in there. I'd rather sit outside and drink. It's more friendly. I don't want to sit. I don't want to. If we're gonna do something, I don't know. That's a bad vibe. That's what I saw. A lot of bars. You know what I mean? Where are you going to celebrate the Super Bowl today? You're gonna go to your local little fucking watering hole that has no windows, and you know what I mean? You're not really sure if anybody's wiped anything down in a long time. You know, everybody wants to go to a Super Bowl party where they'll have all kinds of snacks and funs and stuff like that. That's high vibrational. There's a difference. There's a difference. And when we find it easier to set clear boundaries and say no to influences not good for us, yeah, I don't want to go over to their house, bro. They always have piss on the toilet seat. I sit down on the... I don't want to go. Meaning, I can go to that place and I can squat on top of their toilet, or I could just keep my ass at home and sit my happy ass on my own toilet. That's what it means about, you know what I mean, lowering your frequency. It's not about judging, it's just making the right call. You can lower yourself to other people's standards. You can force yourself to fit in. You know what I mean? You can be accommodating to the situation where you know you just watch them lick their fingers and now they're offering you finger foods. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, thank you. Or you can stay at home. It's a small sacrifice to be made. We have more fun, feel happier, and believe in our own value. We can then take a risk in life that opens us up to more of our divinity, raising our frequencies yet again. It is a positive cycle of creation. And that goes back to, you know, all of the holidays. Like I'm seeing 4th of July. Yeah, we could totally go and get stuck in traffic and stay here with all these people staring up at the sky, or we could stay in our own yard and light our own fireworks and eat our own food and go to bed and say goodbye. Like, we could be part of everything, or we could just do our own, you know, play our own part and say that's okay. If you want to change your experience in life, change your frequency. You will start repelling or feeling repelled by people, behaviors, or places that once have enthralled or enslaved your body and mind. Fear will not be able to grip you in the same way that it could at a lower frequency. Meaning, you know, that's what I shared too. It's like you overcome things to where they don't bother you anymore. It's like, oh, I've already overcome something like this. Meaning this doesn't... I'm not so scared of this because I've already dealt with something like this before. You have more energy to deal with life, and you attract more experiences that increase good feelings you have about yourself and the love for this world. The easiest way to change your frequency is to consciously choose your words. And that's it. Stop speaking bullshit out there. If you find yourself dwelling in negativity, switch it up. Look at the same situation in the way through which you can grow. That's what you gotta do, is like, man, this is some bullshit. Alright, God, why did you put me in this bullshit? You're fully aware you're in some bullshit. This is bullshit. What do you want me to gain from the bullshit? And that's what I tell you all the time in my readings. I'm just here to deliver the bullshit. It's all bullshit. Meaning, this is uncomfortable. Anything uncomfortable we call bullshit. This is uncomfortable. It's bullshit. So, you know, when you're sitting there in your bullshit, it says grab the bull by the horn. Just ask him and sit, and he'll tell you why the fuck you're sitting in this bullshit and how to get out of this bullshit. He'll tell you why he put you in the bullshit. He'll literally show you. And what he wants you to do next. And it's your choice to either keep living the bullshit or, you know, grab the bull by the horn. Ultimately. You can adopt a positive attitude and be determined you are going to empower yourself with an attitude, rather than feeling victimized or defeated. Don't just adjust your attitude, speak about it differently. It's like, God's got me. God's taking me through some shit. God's teaching me some lessons. God's got me. Instead of telling people you're going through hard times, God's got me. He's teaching me a whole lot of shit. God's God. If you tell him he's teaching you, then you're actually learning. I'm learning. It is a way to grow. Is it a way to grow stronger? It is a way to learn how to trust unconditionally and build your faith on the face of the unknown. It is a chance to let go, or an opportunity to grow yourself with respect. Can you choose to claim your power and to feel good about who you are, even in the face of another's fearful criticism? And that's it too. You know, I get fearful criticism all the time. You know what I mean? What's your name? High Priestess Phoenix. What does that mean? I am a priestess. I'm a spiritualist. I'm a teacher. I'm a witch. I teach the Christ consciousness. I'm a whole awoken soul. Criticism. Fear. There is always a positive spin to find in any situation. You can have a willing to do it. As you do, your frequency rises. When your frequency becomes incompatible with the lower vibrations of negativity, one of two things happens. Either your frequency transforms the fear and a solution appears, or your frequency repels the fear and that person, place, or situation leaves your life. And that's it too. There's a lot of these times where I'm met with fear, a person, place, or thing, and all I have to do is face the fear and it literally disappears. I never even had to go through it. And that's it too. Like, what happens tonight? I don't know. Maybe I call them tomorrow and I tell them that, I don't know. All the fear is that they're going to want the car back. So we accept that and we move on. But maybe we just were needed to come to the acceptance and this doesn't even happen when I tell them I couldn't drive because of the brakes. Maybe they say, maybe there's a warning. But maybe this was all to overcome the fear and now I'm ready to sacrifice without fear. Okay, well, I thought you were going to take the car, so let's go ahead and just take the car. Who knows? I don't know. I've never stepped out of line, so who knows when I draw outside of the lines what the consequence is. Are you willing to deal with the ultimate consequences? They take this car back and they're going to charge you some money? Okay. That's just me in my particular standpoint. I don't know where you guys are in yours. Alright? But sometimes it just goes away. It allows you to, let's see, either way, this is a good solution. It will allow you to feel good and attract new and uplifting energy into your life. This oracle comes to you with a message. Use your voice, speak your truth and your desires. Speak of what you wish to experience when you catch yourself thinking or speaking in a voice other than love. And be kind and change it. And that's it. When you start freaking out like, damn, what the fuck am I going to do? Stop right there. God's got me. You got to stop your speaking, you know what I mean, what you're talking. Catch what you're saying. Catch your words and change them. Your words have power. Use them wisely. If another has been speaking negativity to you, you have the power to do something about it. Don't entertain bullshit, bro. Don't let someone sit there and talk bad about a person. It doesn't matter if that's not your person. That's God's people, and somebody needs to defend that person's honor when this person is destroying their honor behind their back. And that's a beautiful thing. Hey, I don't know who you're talking about, but can you please stop talking about them? What do you mean? I mean, you're talking negative about whoever this person is, and I really don't care. I don't like to entertain negativity. I don't care about this person, and I don't care about the stuff you're talking about. I don't want to entertain this conversation. And if it is someone you know, say, they're not all bad, and I don't want to talk about all the bad about them. Let's just not talk about them if you only want to talk about the bad. Because, yeah, everybody has their flaws. We can nitpick the shit out of you, but if you're going to only talk about them just to talk about them and nothing good about them, then let's not talk about them. And that's it. You have a voice. You don't have to just sit there and listen to people talk just so they can, have your attention. That's all they're doing anyways. They just want your attention. Talk about something better and you'll have my attention. I don't want to hear this. And that went back to the guy it hurts. He didn't want to hear me talking about my fat fingers. No, you're not going to talk like that around me. We don't talk negative around here. Not about ourselves and not about others. You don't have fat fingers. And that's it. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Okay, I respect that. Meaning, shut the fuck up if you're not going to say something nice, is what he said. If you're not talking nice about yourself, then don't talk. Fuck, okay. I wasn't talking about nobody. I was talking, exactly. You talk nice about yourself too, bitch. In the essence, yes. God said so in the Bible too. Don't entertain that shit, bro. Don't let that shit seep around you because you're just feeding it. Even though you're not talking about it, you're letting all that negative in there. All that hate. You're listening to them hate on somebody. You're in the energy of hate. You know what I mean? A lot of people want to talk about Kanye. A lot of people want to talk about Trump. A lot of people want to talk. We're not going to have this conversation, bro. We're not. Nothing good comes from this conversation. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Your words. You have the right and spiritual responsibility to choose which of the many and varied voices in this world you allow to enter your mind. If you've been working with the affirmations or hypnotic suggestions, or are interested in using your voice in a healing capacity as a writer, sound healer, artist, for example, then this oracle encourages you to honor your healing power as you explore the role your voice can play in manifesting your divine destiny. And again, that goes back to all of us songwriters and myself. They're encouraging us. The energy is ripe upon us. Creativity is all about it. But we're supposed to be creating from a place of love. I've been trying to get you to do it. They're saying once I do it, then you'll know what it looks like and you can do it after the fact. If you think you can do it and you want to work with doing it, then let's get to work. But this is what we're doing. That's what I said. Did God give you the same calling? Or you just want to, put some egotistical hurt feelings out there again? Healing process. To integrate this, you may say the invocation alone. I call upon the crystal angel of Ammonite and goddess Sarasvati, who loves me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing empowerment of word to world. May the words I think and speak be faithful reflections of what my heart wishes to create. May I be protected by divine mercy as I learn to empower my voice and communicate freely with authenticity. May the Universal Mother gently raise my frequency to most joyful, fulfill my divine my divine potential, I'm getting a download, through my thoughts and my words. Through divine mercy and my own free will, so be it. It was all about the throat chakra, just the light of it, just blaring, the blue. If you wish to further, I know this, is hold it on your throat chakra, horizontally. Look at all of the freaking colors. That's beautiful. All right, let's see. I'm going to charge this up and then I'll just blast it at you. I choose of my own free will, through this and any lifetime and through all layers of my entire being, to release any inhibition of my voice, truth, or expression. I give myself absolute permission to express my truth. I express myself in all ways from my authentic center, and the healing will of the divine can emanate through my thoughts and my words for the greatest good, through divine empowerment and unconditional love, so be it. Okay? Focus on the stone. This is a long one. This is almost 2 hours. Jesus. All right. May divine love bring words to the world with compassion, mercy. May words of love and encouragement be heard and felt by all beings, according to the divine grace and in service to the divine feminine wisdom evolving through humanity at this time, so be it. In your affirmation, said 3 times, my words of love create light in my life. Speak over the darkness and tell yourself everything will be all right. That God's got the universe, God's coming for you. He's got a plan for you. Everything's going to be all right. And then you wait until he shows you the plan and how to make everything all right. He's not going to just magically make things happen. He's going to show you how and what things to make happen. You are God. You are the creator. Create with him and you create greatness. Create against it, or create with nothing more than your mind, and you're creating madness from your mind. Hey, I love you guys. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to walk in it. Later, haters.